What's up, everybody? Yo. Man, drop my music, bruh. Let me tell y'all something.
5, 4.
We are here. We are ready.
1. We have liftoff.
What?
Understand it.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your damn hands
Hey, you do it
together.
too. So what?
Get ready to have your earlobes massaged by the one and only
Finesse.
Let me just say this. Where you want to start? Because I don't care if we talk about landscaping at this point. I don't care if we talk about relationships and who said what and what you should do, ladies and fellas. This is what you need to tell her.
You know what I mean? It's almost like too much. We got the circus that happened last night.
Mm-hmm.
We got all the civil unrest, which I don't know. It just seems like everything's heated. Maybe we do need a little laugh. Maybe we do need to just crack some jokes.
Okay, well then fuck it. Let's get to the funny then. All right, I got one. All right, knock knock.
Who there?
Motherfucker, did you see that shit last night? Did you see? I saw two old dudes, man.
Hey man, that was.
I saw two old dudes. And one used to be Old Yeller. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's retired. And one is Cujo. And that other one, he in his prime. But he's still old.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna chase you down. But if he put his teeth in you, you're gonna catch rabies. Cujo had rabies. But
definitely old energy.
Old energy.
Old white
old
ego
people
energy.
fight. It was the dude that's trying to tell the dude. It's the dude. You remember? It's almost like the mafia. You know how in the mafia movies, the older dude, that's the boss. He's calm, he's cool, you know. All the ones that last a long time, they got an even temper. They like, you know, they ruthless, but it's just like. And then you got that young guy he wants to be next, but you know what I mean? And sometimes he's the son of the boss, and he just, oh yeah, I gotta keep it. Like
I gotta prove it.
I gotta let everybody know I earn this respect, not because I have his last name. I'll show you. I'll make my own bones. Mm-hmm. It was like that dude who wouldn't let the more wise dude, or just the dude that he just wouldn't let nobody talk. He was afraid of whatever you was about to say.
Yeah, that's the tactic though.
It's a tactic.
Like he know he's not prepared to like have the conversation on race.
If I keep interrupting you on facts, you know what I mean? If I keep interrupting you, people are going to forget the facts and they're only going to remember what I said.
Yeah, that's a good point, is that people won't even remember the facts anyway.
Right.
There's so much spit out
I
in
saw
that 2
Joe
minutes.
Biden talking about methane gas and how it's going to help the farmers. And I'm like, nobody give a fuck.
Yeah.
You need to pay attention to what's in the moment right now, because you need to get these one-line zingers in, not like aimed directly at 45, but whatever you're going to say. Like when you say, hey.
Damn, that's so, yeah. So you're saying you need to be, at least how debates are set up now, you need to be memorable and not necessarily right.
Yes, Trump is appealing to the people who are easily entertained.
Yeah.
And it's not me making a derogatory comment, the not so bright. You can be super bright. Now, I want to, let me, you want to correct me? Or
No. I'm with you. Go ahead.
People underestimate how many uneducated people there are in the United States of America. There has to be at least 55% of people who don't give a fuck about reading anything.
Yeah.
And let's just be real with that.
Right.
And those people are easily entertained. They're easily influenced. They're easily provoked. They're easily duped.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this also to say, but they dope people. They're smart in their own way. But you can't tell me people who are saying, okay, but did you look at this, and this? Did you look at all of that? And their answer is, that's not real.
Fake. Right.
I think presidential elections have been ruined for the rest of the presidential elections to come. Because now, what is the thing that disqualifies you in America's eyes as, oh, that's not cool? I'll tell you one thing, bro. In the 80s, you know, it was an affair. That's all it had to be.
Ooh.
That's all it had to be.
And now it's nothing.
Now look where we have. It is nothing. I think I want to call this the special pod. The special crash. Can we crash a pod into our
oh yeah, like a
we got to crash this in.
Yeah. A little takeover.
Yeah. Me and you.
Yep.
There's too much going on. And
that part.
Hey, I was like, hey man, you want to go talk about it? Let's go talk about it.
We need this.
We need this.
You want to go have some catharsis?
Yeah, whatever he just said. Yes. Vent, I do know. That word I know. Yes. Yes, I do want to do that. So yeah, man. Let me see.
We probably need to that's an interesting idea about just needing to vent, because I think a lot of people aren't. I think we're like stuck at home.
Yeah.
And just not having. I talked to a teacher the other day.
Okay.
And it's my boy, and he was like, I feel like I'm talking to myself all day. Even the kids are just like you don't get any, there's no back and forth. Yeah. So like you feel like you're talking to nobody all day. Right. That's not good for your mind.
It's not.
So we're supposed to talk. Especially
if you have kids, because if there is a father and a mother in the house. Now say you're a single parent. Then your whole interaction for the last 6-9 months, whatever, it hasn't been 9 months, but what, 6 months, has been, you know, your kids. And then, but you know what? Let me stop. I just came from Atlanta. They ain't stopped partying and going out. Wait a minute.
Hey, for Atlanta down there partying.
Bro. Every restaurant I went in was open. Like every restaurant, you know.
So Atlanta, anyway, just like it never.
I don't even want to talk about that. But I am talking to the people who are just in what, you know, they don't have that outlet. Right. And so
it's a lot of people.
When you see stuff and you want to have that adult conversation, I think that's why a lot of people sometimes jump on podcasts. Whether you just want to be like, oh, I want to laugh, I want to hear some stuff, just doom. I want to, you know. Yeah. And then there's some people that's like, they go straight to the political podcast. You know what I'm saying? I just want to hear Laura Ingraham, Rachel Maddow, God bless the pod, whatever. I want to, you know. And then there's people that I feel like we tweeners because, bro, there's a lot to laugh about, but then not right now. That's how I feel. So I'm like,
yeah, it's like, when do you laugh and when do you stay serious?
Your Jordans are dope, but then the people cannot see your face.
Oh, good eye.
There it is.
That's why you're a pro.
Yeah, man. You know, it's
you can't even see the shot.
It's both our jobs to keep it tight. Both our jobs.
Hey, at least y'all saw it. Got my plug in there.
Yeah. Hey,
wearing Jordans, man.
Genie been getting checks. Let's start there.
Hey, man, let me tell you this. I got a little TV job or whatever, but when you know something's going to be there, when you know there's going to be a check next month, it just frees up part of your brain to be creative or just to, it opens something.
To be sane. To smile.
To be sane. Oh, wow.
To answer somebody when they say hello.
Yep.
You know how like
to feel good about yourself.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
I think part of the reason why I do this pod is because I think I'm dope and I think everybody else should have that same mentality. So why can't I do one? Because I feel like you ain't going to get nowhere in this world if you don't think you dope. You know what I mean?
Give it up for that.
You got to think you dope. You just don't have to tell people you dope. They'll see it for themselves.
Low-key, that's my favorite part. Let that work speak for it. You don't have to be loud about it or boisterous.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know?
That's an amen. That's a little church sermon.
So I didn't know where to start, but I do want to say this. I am a conspiracy theorist, low-key dude, in the ghetto sense of the word.
Okay.
You know, I'm not the whole, you know, QAnon or whatever the different organizations.
Right.
You know, Antifa is really a right-wing organization posed as a left-wing organization that's so over the top they're so over the top that it gives the right wing a storyline to say we got to control them, us, because it's them,
us,
them, us.
Yeah.
That's totally not out of the realm of what's going on, because all I know is when you are at a peaceful march or rally or whatever, and then they come acting up, and you're like, who are these clowns talking about they're fighting for us or they're on our side? We don't.
Who invited you?
Just go do your own shit. Just go get your own permits and walk down the street and be angry.
Yeah, get
Stop
your own
crashing the Black Lives Matter shit, or just the protest of Breonna Taylor or the protest of George Floyd. Stop crashing shit. And if that's how you feel, go do that shit on a Tuesday, just a regular Tuesday. Don't be using our events right now, and I say our as in like the community that want everybody to just stop the madness, to fucking wreak havoc, and then it gives the other side something to bitch and complain about and point at and say, yeah, we need the Proud Boys because they got these guys. Did you hear what you heard at that debate?
I don't think anybody heard what they heard, or at least don't want to hear what they heard.
That's scary, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy how it can be positioned as go protect the polls when also that's also intimidation. And
bro, you're saying go be Barney Fife in the goddamn black neighborhood with the one bullet in your gun. Yeah. Except they got more than one bullet.
Yeah.
So if things get out of hand, don't mess with the wrong person on the wrong day. It starts as a shouting match. It escalates into suck my dick, or who the fuck you think you are, or I wish you would, or come in my face if you want to, or to violence. So if you send those guys in there to antagonize people who just want to vote, because I wish I would be standing up there and somebody looks at me and say, so you got ID?
Excuse me?
Excuse me? Excuse me? What? First of all, your shirt has no sleeves. So I know you don't work here. You do not work here, sir.
Your shirt got no sleeves.
Get your rifle out my face.
I know for a fact you don't work here.
I know for a fucking fact.
I can tell by your sleeveless shirt and those sandals that you don't work here. Those open-toed sandals, you don't work here.
Mm-hmm. Man, let me. I'll come back to that. But
yeah,
let's
table
that. I was talking about my conspiracy theorists.
Oh yeah,
Breonna Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's my take. You got these guys, the cops, who are going to go serve this no-knock warrant at a residence that they already know this is where the girlfriend stays. And they already have the guy they want in custody.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
The guy they want, they already arrested him. Maybe it didn't seep down the pipeline of maybe this group arrested him, so this group didn't know. You got two different groups working on the same case. So is that even possible to not know that you already had this dude arrested?
Is there zero communication?
Is there zero communication in
no
this police
emails
department?
sent? Yeah.
So then you go after midnight to a black female's house, 5, 6, 7 deep. Nobody's wearing body camera. Well, they're wearing them. Nobody turns them on. Not one person turns them on. Nobody, for as loud as you got, heard you say police, except one. And they said that one changed his story. But let's just say that one. So the 12 people that came forward that said we didn't hear nothing, you throw them away. They're not credible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I think, bro? You come at midnight after hours to a female's house where you're not expecting no trouble, and you know this is drug related, and you know you already got the dude, and you've been staking him so you know where he's been going. They didn't go there to arrest that girl. She's not the one that they want. So that meant you went there in the middle of the night to get that girl out of her bed to make her stand out there in the street while you and your boys searched that house for money. You was going there to rob that girl. You were going in there because you're like, where does this dude keep his money? We snatched him up. He didn't have no time to make arrangements. He ain't got no phone calls. We know he goes here. We know he goes there. You could have went to that girl house at 2 in the afternoon, 8 in the morning.
Yes.
She's not wanted for anything. So why did you initially treat her like we got to go in after midnight in the dead of night? Now, here's what they didn't expect. They thought it was going to be a cakewalk.
Right.
They didn't know she had a new boyfriend. And they didn't know that homie was strapped. So you with all this terror tactics of trying to scare the fuck out of somebody so they don't know what to do. And then they can barely get their bathrobe on while you got them standing out in front of their house, cold, looking naked, embarrassed, while the other guys are in there tearing that motherfucker apart.
Yep.
Looking for dope, looking for money. They went there to rob that girl. They went there to tear that house apart. And when that dude shot at them, they didn't know what the fuck?
Shit.
It's a female. She got a gun. They didn't know the dude was in there. So he shoots one. He didn't let off 15 shots. He shoots one person, and they Swiss cheese that place. Shot everywhere. Hey, they was terrified, scared.
Yeah,
they weren't
were.
expecting that. That caught them off guard. She's shooting?
Oh, yeah.
You know what
that'll
I mean?
mess up your story too. Nobody's story gonna be straight after that.
Messes up the narrative. You know what I mean? She had to shoot at us. This perfect EMT who she wanted to help other people with her life. All of a sudden, she was Tupac. So then they had to say, oh, yeah, well, then this guy, who we don't know shit about, is also a bad guy.
Yeah.
All you need is a district attorney to cover it up. But who would do that? Oh, that dude. I mean, an attorney general. That guy. They had the perfect guy in that scenario. A guy who thinks that the only way he can succeed is making cases, is basically shitting on his people. You know the law.
Yeah.
So why are you defending that side so well? You know the law. Black people who study the law know the law. If you got any goddamn black lawyer friends,
Hey, man.
they will not shut up about the damn law. If anything come close to the law, they're going to be like, you just walked across the middle of the street.
Hey,
Don't you see the crosswalk? Let me tell you something. Now, if you got stopped by the police, you would not have no way to say you did not check. They won't shut up.
Yeah, even my barber be telling me to
Barbers
hey, man,
are
don't do that,
certified
man. That's a
lawyers.
5 to 10. Yeah.
Barbers are certified lawyers.
Barbers might as well have passed the bar.
Yeah, just like that Chappelle sketch. Black people know the law. We know the law.
Don't do that, brother. That's 5 to 10.
We know the law. But the lawyers, they really know the law. They brag about
Yeah.
that shit.
Yeah.
And so, bro, you can't tell me nothing different. It was a freaking a robbery that went bad. And when robbery, it's not freeze, everybody move. It's come stand out of your house.
Oh, let me embarrass. Let me
Stand out
dominate.
here in the middle of the night. Let us strong arm you and let you know how powerful we are. You one black female, supposedly living by yourself. Let us break down your door. Let us break down your door. Let's not knock.
Power play. Power play. Fear, intimidation. Yep.
People don't think that we don't see a difference in the way people are policed.
Yeah, that ought to be.
And
a
they get
moot
mad
point.
at us.
Oh yeah. See, we were talking about cognitive.
And it's not just
dissonance.
black people.
Yeah.
It's everybody who's like, oh, that's not right. It's a new movement that is just like good people. That's like, yeah, I saw it. And I'm not out of that phase where videotape was videotape. It meant something. Videotape usually means something. And audio usually, that's how people that's everybody in jail because of videotape and audio tape. If not, they caught you red-handed. But if they didn't catch you, you better believe somebody was wearing a wire or somebody filmed you. You're on a freaking 7-Eleven Grady-ass Atari camera. But they fixed them pixels just enough to say that was you. Robbing the place and coming out with a honey bun and an Arizona iced tea.
Not the Atari footage. Turn the Atari footage into 8K. That's you.
Bro, they still taping on VHS. Nothing to stream, bro. I got a closet full of tapes, bro. I hope this shit don't catch on fire. Before they insert it into the VCR to hit record.
You want me to cue it up?
They went there to rob Breonna Taylor, bro. And that's my theory. And I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, and I'm totally on board with the fact that a lot of times police have to demonstrate power, especially in certain communities. I think we're at the point where we can't ignore policing policies are different in different areas. Mm-hmm. You don't drive around and intimidate the suburbs the way you do in the hood, and you don't, communicate with. I think we're beyond ignoring that.
Right.
I think we only have proof now. But you know what? The other side I was thinking. So I'm working on this show, and it's a news show. Mm-hmm. So that we have a Breonna Taylor piece.
Okay.
And at the last minute, they changed it to demonstrate more of these victims. Mm-hmm. And even that made me go, oh, there's some I didn't know about. Mm-hmm. There's I did this montage of 10 women names coming, and even then I was like, wow, I haven't heard this name. I haven't heard this name. So
I tried to tell some of my friends that when they're talking about a George Floyd or they're talking about a Rayshard Brooks,
mm-hmm.
a Tamir Rice,
mm-hmm.
Breonna Taylor,
mm-hmm.
Sandra Bland, we find the stories that have gotten press and that went viral. Somebody made enough
mm-hmm.
noise in the community,
mm-hmm.
it went viral. Somebody was there at the right time with Instagram Live or Facebook Live or just regular video camera, and it went viral. They got it to D.L. Hughley. Mm-hmm. I don't know. They got it to that dude Sean King. They got it to
D.L. is kind of like the
bless
news.
him.
Yeah, he breaks the news. Yeah,
Black CNN.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And that's how we know. Thank God. But still, you would have to believe that there are at least maybe 60 to. I don't even want to guess a number, bro.
More,
but there are more.
Sure.
That don't even reach the status of Instagram.
Yeah,
it never got there. It was never recorded.
I think there's this inherent assumption with virality that it's an exception. Mm-hmm. A lot of these moments that went viral are not the exception. Mm-hmm. People are having a hard time accepting the fact that these aren't exceptions.
Right.
These are normal.
Normal.
These are normal for a lot of people.
Normal.
You grow up, you're conditioned to think certain things, and these aren't exceptions. So to your point, more, it's hard to put, the exact number on it. I'm sure we could, but these are not exceptions.
Right.
Believe us.
Right. I think all that stuff matters because let's just say if the president says, hey, big shout out to Daniel Cameron down in Louisville. He's going to be a big star. And I say to myself, I don't like Daniel Cameron. Just the fact that you think that guy is doing a good job or you're endorsing him makes me look at you like, that's another check. Mm-hmm. While people don't understand that one thing they did say that made sense was voting has consequences, and it's something we've all heard before. But people don't realize that type of choice to lead us breeds the Daniel Camerons who are quick to turn their back or quick to look the other way only because it fits his progression and upward trajectory of, I don't care how I get there. I'm going to the top. Mm. That sells us out as a community. That sells out people who, anybody, a single mother, somebody who was raped, somebody who's missing a child. If the police is all of a sudden involved or just says, I'm not fucking with that, then you got to kind of fit that narrative. Because now they got you, bruh. Remember you changed all that information and remember you threw all that other stuff out for the Breonna Taylor? We still got the tapes.
We got receipts.
And those are the people on his. He doesn't realize people in. Well, maybe he does, but you got to be a shark to play that game. When people don't need you no more, they throw you under the bus. How quick did Trump throw Fauci under the bus?
Ooh, quick.
That man done served like 7 presidents. And just because the mask was maybe I should have, but it became such a statement for Trump not to wear it, he couldn't go back. So now he's stuck. And he on audio.
Yeah.
He's on audio.
Mm-hmm.
I was scrolling Instagram today, and a buddy of mine posted a picture of old Joe, Sleepy Joe. And you know, it was from 1977. The comment of, I don't want my kids to go to school with, the short version of it is, I don't want my kids to go to school with all ethnicities or the other, because it's going to be a jungle, a race jungle. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty offensive.
Yeah.
If he said it, it was offensive. And the caption was, I'm going to vote for Trump. Y'all say what y'all want to say, do what you want to do, but this is just my opinion. I'm voting for Trump. You better do your research.
Oh, how much research did you do, my friend?
I wanted to say, you posted a clip from 1977 and Trump said, Proud Boys stand by.
Bruh.
Last night in 2020?
Yeah.
In 2020, as in last night 2020.
Yeah. Bro, I think about that all the time, how the nature of social media kind of conditions you to think you've done some research. Like, just because you scrolled, or even just because you spent 2 hours Googling, that's not necessarily research.
Right.
Like, to do research involves collecting primary sources and then considering who said that and why they said that and in what context they said that. And let me cross-reference that with the other version of that account. Like, doing research isn't just scrolling through and posting a clip that's already a couple decades old. But I think in social media, we get lost, and we're just conditioned to think this is fact, this is true, and that there's a lot of it. But that's not really research. I
think video on social media is fine. Now, you can go longer than a minute. You can watch the longer versions of stuff. Stuff can be Googled. And then if you want to find an opposite view, there's that exists as well, and you can stay in that. You know what I mean? But when it comes to doing research, let's just say for a president, and the sisters say, dude, crazy. He's always been this way. He's always talked this way. Heaven help us. There's no more research I can do, bruh. I ain't gonna know more than that man's sister. She a judge. She's a judge.
Yeah.
I think she had to step down to avoid a scandal. Because the whole family is.
Yeah.
The niece, they say the N-word all the time. The daddy, Trump, she eat at their house. How do I know more research than somebody willing to go on TV saying, I was at the cookouts. I was at Christmas.
Right.
I was at Thanksgiving. I know the daddy. I know my cousins. The N-word.
Please.
We had to go to school to learn the word African American. We didn't even know there was something called black or African American. They didn't rent to them. I lived in New York.
Come on.
Times Square. Hell's Kitchen. I know the whole Trump legacy. I did my SNL. I was in them streets and knowing who did what and said what.
That's modern redlining.
Yeah,
with
man.
With its own residual effects.
Yes. I mean, but then again, when I saw Herschel Walker at the convention, and he said he's always been cool to me. He's always been good. He's been good to me from the day I met him. I'm like, it was business, bro. He didn't come pick you up like it was an Uber ride and y'all stayed in touch. You know what I'm saying? You was about to make this man hundreds of millions of dollars. He had just pried you away from the NFL to come join some bullshit league. This XF, I don't know what it was called.
Yeah.
USFL.
That's called business.
That's business. And therefore, because you made that sacrifice and damn near messed up half your career with that move.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to answer your call. that doesn't mean he likes your race of people or just think everybody's cool and just treat everybody with face value. I'm not going to believe that. Everything on TV, a lot of times all we do is show the bad. We show the bad because we need the bad in this country. Can't be us. Can't be us. We're going to do us every now and then, let you think it's just, but it can't be us. We can't be the one filling these jails when we done privatized it and put so much money into it as a business. Can't let the business fail. So we got to arrest some people. Got to fill these beds.
Losing money.
I'm losing money. And you bought stock in these companies. So how you a senator and a congressman? How you in the House of Representatives? How you in the government and you got stock in prisons? You have it's in your financial interest that they are full.
Yeah, it's a problem.
I want everybody to hit me up about my Breonna Taylor. I woke up one night and I said, you know what? It all makes sense. Because I'm like, that don't make no sense. Why would it? You know how some people just be like, it's not about what happened. I'm thinking I'm Matlock, bro. I swear to God. That was one of my favorite shows.
Yeah,
I love
Matlock
Andy Griffith.
was good.
Matlock was fucking good.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, why did they go after midnight? Okay, she didn't have an arrest warrant, and the dude that she was in there with, they didn't even know he was there. He definitely didn't have an arrest warrant. This dude couldn't have been a criminal because he's registered to have that gun.
Right.
So when you do those details, you're a detail-oriented guy. You know what I mean? Or a very smart criminal. But it's been proven that he's not a criminal.
Right.
He was just a boyfriend.
Yeah. They had the
license
other dude.
to carry.
Yeah.
So you break down them people's door after midnight? Bruh, we should play this.
What's up?
It is the 911 call. It is out right now. If you YouTube it or something, go to 911 Breonna Taylor. I think the guy's name is James. I could be wrong.
911 operator Harris, where is your emergency?
I don't know what's happening. Somebody kicked in the door inside my girlfriend.
Okay, where are you located?
I'm at 3003 Springfield Drive, apartment 4.
3003 Springfield Drive, apartment number 4.
Yes.
Cut it. Genie. 911, what's happening? I don't know. Somebody kicked in the door and shot my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I'm not even gonna get to the part of why was he in there by himself with a cell phone over his girlfriend if the police was there. Secondly, in your moment of losing your freaking mind and looking at your girlfriend, I can't get my story together. I don't know what this dude is frantic beyond belief and just, he is beside himself. You can't be more honest sometimes when you beside yourself. The truth comes out. He said, I don't know. Somebody kicked in the door. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You don't think this dude would be like, the cops shot my girlfriend? He didn't know who was there. Want to know why? Because they didn't say who they were.
Yep.
What the hell is Daniel Cameron doing if you can't fucking look at tape or look at the lack of tape and then listen to this audio and say this man doesn't know who kicked in the door. It's recorded. Right?
Yep.
So how could you say, he would have said, oh my God, the police shot, but I don't know why they here. I don't know why they shot my girlfriend. The police, he would have told.
Yeah, he would have said the police.
He would have said the police. Come on, man.
Yeah, I wish there was a
transcript.
If
you're the police and you just did that, you wasn't expecting somebody to shoot back. Now you're shooting and you're like, holy shit. You're all still just standing outside and gathering. This dude got time to stand over his lady and make a 2-minute phone call. You the cops. You didn't come back into the house?
Yeah, where are they?
Where did you go? You probably went back and stood behind your car and said, holy fucking shit, what just happened?
Man, I'm scrolling through the comments. As a Republican Kentuckian, white man with most of my family in law enforcement, I'm even outraged at hearing this. I think the whole thing is bogus.
Bogus.
You should hear the police there. I know that if someone is banging on my door at midnight, I pull my gun out too and fire just like Kenneth did. My heart goes out to Breonna. What, did they just shoot her and leave? They were there to search for drugs, so why aren't we hearing them do a search in the background? Why weren't they wearing body cams?
Bro, because they was in there to rob. They was in there. Nobody cared about. They would have said, hey, what did you find at the... Can you imagine this? You go back to your job. You go back to the precinct, and they say, so what did you find at the girlfriend's house? Hey, what? You just got back in the middle of the night raid of a black female. What did you find? Mm-hmm. Nobody's going to even care, bro. I think they just added that shit to the warrant because they looking for money. Right? They looking for something. You already have the criminal. So what you think? She the queen pin? Now this is Power.
Yeah. What did you think?
Now we watching Power.
Y'all watching too much TV. Yeah. He didn't know what was going on.
That dude didn't know what was going on. Somebody kicked in my door. I don't know. They shot my girlfriend. And the police is saying they announced themselves. 12 people said they didn't hear it that lived there. And one person who changed this story said, okay, yeah, he heard something. And you mean tell me you're going to say that attorney general is a superstar?
Come on.
Elections matter, bro.
Yeah, get out and vote.
Consequences.
We got to get out and vote. Yep. Elections do have consequences. Yep.
I have one guy on Instagram. Sometimes I go back and forth with him. White guy, nice pictures. Him looks clean cut white guy. But we go back and forth sometimes.
Like comments or DMs?
Comments, yeah. On it, yeah. So if you ever in my DMs, people from the pod, I answer you back, and we go back and forth. And his main thing of why he is voting for Trump is he doesn't believe in abortions. It's huge for a lot of people, from evangelicals to just people. My wife is pro-life.
Got it.
I know how they think. I know how passionate they are. Mm-hmm. It is a real thing. They do not believe in abortion. Thank God I met her at the right time, Jesus. But
I can't say nothing.
But I will say this. He's passionate about it. Mm-hmm. And he uses the black angle all the time. Do you know how many black babies are being aborted? Do you know how many black people are in trafficking? Do you know how many, everything is black. Sometimes white people overdo it with the black stuff. Hey, I was out in L.A., I drove through Compton once. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't care about what the fuck, where did that come from? You know what I mean? But they say stuff. Hey, you're from Atlanta. I lived in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. He's making a connection. I don't mind all that. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, bro, in this COVID, you sitting at the crib like, I'm about to answer my pen pal that I don't even know if I like. And but then he sent me something that said, hey, did you hear that? He almost said, did you get Trump to do that for the blacks? But it was the way he kind of said it. Did you hear that? There is a platinum plan specifically for black people and the economic growth of black people and investment. It's going to be some $100 billion. And he announced it. And I'm like, bro, it's something about me and my core. And this is where sometimes I lose, Genie. And I admit that I lose. Or sometimes it messes with my mind where I think, damn, man, this fucking, and anyway, long story short, I told him, I said, bro, if you say some racist stuff and I know how you feel, like I know how you feel, I don't need nobody to interpret what you said. Don't need nobody to come on TV the next day and tell me what you meant. I'm smart. I spent 8 years, and we know how he felt about the word smart.
Yep.
I did like 7, 8 years at University of Miami undergrad. I have figured it out. I'm
7,
smart.
8 years.
I'm smart, bro. I went back a couple of times. So I don't want – there's a way to get that type of money for black people. also if we lobby and do what we got to do if the right person is in there without that person being racist. I don't want anything from this guy. I really don't. He's the president. Okay, I get it. But I'm cool on him because I know how you feel to your core. And even though you may help me and I may win and I may get ahead and I'm in a certain tax bracket where it benefits me, my brother ain't.
Absolutely.
My mama ain't. My daddy ain't. My niece ain't.
Yeah.
I know I'm using ain't, but like I said, 8 years, University of Miami, baby. But they are not.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's fundamentally detached from the experience of a lot of Americans, particularly people with backgrounds similar to ours, who aren't affluent. Basically, he's completely removed from that part of the American experience in life, and I don't think we can expect.
Right.
We can't expect
and I say all that to say this: Trump 2020. Do you vote? You. I know a lot of people who could care less about politics. I want to vote for the guy because he golfs and I golf. Biden too old to golf. That is that simple. There's some people that just find that thing and they want to hold on to that one thing.
Yeah.
You can say, yo, man, this dude getting rich while he in office. And y'all don't care who he owe that money to? He can't get no American bank loans. So he owe $300 million to who? He got to stay in office. If he don't stay in office, he a regular Joe on the street. They coming for him.
Bruh. Yeah. I heard NPR reporting on that the other day.
Bro, they going to come for that man. $300 million? Did you even get what you said you was going to get done if we helped put you in there? Did you even do that for us? Can I get real political? Just let people know how political I am sometimes. Bro, the Kurds, these are the guys that helped us get rid of Al-Qaeda, the Taliban, ISIS. They the boots on the ground.
Right.
Those are our dudes. They've been our dudes with Bush, Obama. They hate or do not like or do not stand for. They align with us. We always known that. You tell Turkey you can go on ahead and wipe them out at the border because, you know, we done got our Baghdadi and we pulling out of Syria anyway. Kurds, we cool. That's something, bro. It's presidents that just say, hey, man, you got to make some tough decisions. But what's been the one thing that we have been terrified of all throughout the early 2000s? Fucking terrorism. Yeah. And these are the people that helped you win. And then you tell Erdogan and the people over at Turkey, yeah, we done. You can take them out. And all those people get murdered, displaced, moved, refugees running across the border trying to find a new place to live because we pulled out. We left them. And then we talk about integrity and soldiers and honor and all that. Y'all want to get political? Shh. Y'all don't think that's fucked up?
Yeah.
You know? Now here's the other fucked up part. They gave you money, bro. What if that man said, forget about the 30 million? We really want this land back. That's why the FBI is making such a big deal that you can't have foreign loans out there because they can wipe out your debt if you do them a favor that benefit them. And Trump, as we see, he got all the balls. He will get on TV the very next day and say, I didn't do that. He'll be like, yes, you did. Didn't do it. Didn't do it.
But this document, this footage. No.
The footage, bro. Those people are running for their lives.
Yeah.
Bro. We got to keep it moving, Playboy. RBG. I told you there's so much that went down last time I saw you.
Yeah. The world spun around one time.
You want to talk about her or you want to talk about the politics of it?
Yeah, let's talk about RBG.
You know what, man? I was old enough to know when she came up on the scene. You know what I'm saying? Hair pulled back. And I knew a lot of women was like, yay. You know what I mean? It was almost the opposite of black people and Clarence Thomas. People were like, what the fuck? You know, we finally get one. And what the fuck? Who was that? But everybody was like, RBG, yay. You know, when you translate into black culture now, bro, they start calling you Notorious RBG. You are loved. So, yeah, man. Very strong person and very strong role model. Her, you know, when they call it her descent on different, just so like, if you read that stuff, or get audio of that
sharp.
stuff, what?
Yeah.
So when you think about, when you care enough that much, or not even care, it just interests you. Maybe that's your interest. I find that's some of my interests. You know what I mean? I don't know when I switched from like, I don't know when I became that guy where I'm like, oh, the news, sports, you know. And then I find my shows. I find my Game of Thrones or The Wire or whatever. So, anyway, man, she, it's not funny. But when you get a letter and the relative is there and says this is the last thing she said, she wanna just let the election decide who gets her seat. She don't care who wins. You know, she's not saying who wins. She just you know, so close in my demise. Let the people decide. And your boy say, man, Nancy Pelosi wrote that. You cannot tell me, bro. I understand why people love this dude. I do. If you that guy.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's
if
what
that's
it is,
what
though.
gets you.
Yep.
It's so many people, bro, that they're that person. They didn't even know they was that person till they met a Trump. Till they even saw a Trump. Hey, man, that's you. It don't even have, those people aren't even considering themselves racist or I affiliate with racists. They just like that buck the system guy. Or just I'm gonna say and do what I want to do and catch me if you can.
Yeah.
We love the bad guy. How many movies have we seen where we like, oh, don't catch the bad guy? He's the bad guy. He has shot 20 officers, 20.
Yeah, that's interesting about loving the bad guy, or because even in scriptwriting, they're like, make your, you know, give your characters flaws, make them lovable,
make them lovable, make them relatable, make them lovable.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe, he did have a moment when he looked into the camera and said, my son had a drug problem.
Oh.
My son had a drug problem. He got over it. He's fighting it. He's worked hard at it.
Yeah.
I think that hit a lot of Americans.
I think that's the most authentic he was that night.
That
was
bro,
the most in the moment he was
I
that
said,
night.
put them damn pieces of paper down and either answer this man directly or don't say shit at all. But him coming for your family and you talking about methane gas and the percentage of this and that for the farmers to get better.
Hey, he had to prove he could remember stuff.
Yeah, bro. Like, okay, we know COVID is bad. This man almost talked about your wife. Hey, my son is a patriot, so he died. He went to Iraq for a year, and and when he died, he is not a sucker. And I resent you making that statement about people who you think, yeah, but I wasn't talking about him. I don't know Bo. I know Hunter. Hunter does coke. I know Hunter. Hunter does coke. That is your response to a guy who just said, hey, man, my son served this country and died. Yeah, but your other son.
Yeah, man, it's like
that's y'all president, man.
Yeah,
that's what gets y'all excited, huh? That's what y'all kids are gonna learn, huh? Okay, you'll see.
That's what you want.
That's what you want. You want the Proud Boys to mobilize. Oh no, you don't. No, you don't want that. But you also don't care because they're not mobilizing against you.
Let it sit.
Let it sit. That was our promo. Man, Genie, what time is it?
You know what? It's been an hour.
Bro, we did Breonna Taylor.
Yep.
We covered the debate, the passing of RBG. Hopefully,
Yeah, we had to drop in.
We had to just come in, bro. That Lindsey Graham get on my goddamn nerves, bro. You gonna sit up there and tell people You can play these words back. I will never try to elect somebody to the Supreme Court in an election year when Obama had 11 months to go.
Bro,
and Trump
circus.
has 47 days. These politicians, bro.
Yeah, man.
These politicians, bro. That power is a terrible, terrible drug juice. You drunk off that power, bro, you will do and say anything to stay in power. People, please do not give up your integrity to get more power. You can get it through talent. You can get it through people who you align yourself that think like you and that has the core values you have. You do not have to cut people's throat to make it.
Come on, brother.
Yeah, man. One more time. Understand this. We want you to rate, review, subscribe. We are growing, people. We are growing.
Let them know.
Hey, bro, understand this. It's a different type of podcast from a different type of cat. But let me tell you something. I love y'all because I know y'all love me back. I'm Finesse Mitchell. Shout out to Genie Deez over there.
Hey. Hey, as always, it's a pleasure to be here, bro.
It's a pleasure, brother.
This is the highlight of my week.
Bruh. I'm at the bar right now. I'm at the club.
I'm at
club quarantine. I'll see you soon, D Nice.